Type 1, the reformer. They're perfectionists who strive for order, morality, and improvement. Deeply principled, they feel a strong responsibility to improve both themselves and the world around them. While their high standards can lead to great success, they can also struggle with frustration when things don't meet their expectations. At their best, ones are wise, discerning, and fair. At their worst, they can become overly critical and rigid, stuck in a cycle of self-criticism and judgment of others. Type 2, the helper. 2s are warm, caring, and highly empathetic. They find meaning in being needed and helping others, often going out of their way to make sure everyone feels supported. While this can make them amazing friends and partners, it can also lead to issues if they neglect their own needs in favor of others. At their best, 2s are selfless, loving, and nurturing. At their worst, they can become resentful, needy, or manipulative when they feel unappreciated. Type 3, the achiever. 3s are driven, adaptable, and success-oriented. They have a natural ability to shape themselves into whatever they need to be to succeed. 3s are often admired for their charisma and ability to reach their goals. However, their need for external validation can sometimes cause them to lose sight of who they really are, basing their worth solely on achievements. At their best, 3s are confident, ambitious, and inspiring. At their worst, they can become image-conscious, deceptive, and overly competitive. Type 4, the individualist. Type 4, the individualist, is the most introspective of all types. 4s are emotionally rich, creative, and deeply connected to their inner world. They often feel different from others, which can lead to feelings of longing or a desire to find their true identity. 4s are drawn to authenticity and seek meaning in everything they do. However, this can also lead to bouts of melancholy, envy, or a sense of incompleteness. At their best, 4s are creative, emotionally honest, and deeply empathetic. At their worst, they can become moody, self-absorbed, and overly focused on what they lack. Type 5, the investigator. 5s are curious, analytical, and observant. They crave knowledge and often spend a lot of time in their own heads, thinking deeply about how the world works. They value their independence and tend to conserve their energy for what matters most to them. While their intellectual depth is impressive, 5s can sometimes struggle with social interactions and may withdraw if they feel overwhelmed. At their best, 5s are insightful, innovative, and objective. At their worst, they can become detached, isolated, and emotionally distant. Type 6, the loyalist. 6s are responsible, committed, and value security above all else. They are highly aware of potential risks and work hard to ensure stability in their lives. Trust is a big issue for 6s, and once they form a bond, they're incredibly loyal and protective. However, their tendency to focus on worst-case scenarios can make them anxious or even paranoid at times. At their best, 6s are loyal, courageous, and dependable. At their worst, they can be anxious, reactive, and overly suspicious. Type 7, the enthusiast. 7s are upbeat, adventurous, and constantly seeking new experiences. They fear being trapped in boredom or pain, so they fill their lives with excitement and possibilities. Their energy is infectious, and they tend to live life with a sense of boundless optimism. On the flip side, 7s may avoid confronting difficult emotions or situations and can become scattered or impulsive in their search for stimulation. At their best, 7s are joyful, spontaneous, and imaginative. At their worst, they can be unfocused, overindulgent, and escapist. Type 8, the challenger. Type 8, the challenger, is strong-willed, assertive, and protective. 8s have a powerful presence and aren't afraid to stand up for what they believe in. They value control and can sometimes come off as domineering, but their intentions usually stem from a desire to protect others and maintain justice. 8s struggle with vulnerability, and their fear of being controlled or harmed can lead to confrontation or aggression. At their best, 8s are empowering, decisive, and courageous. At their worst, they can be confrontational, domineering, and unwilling to show weakness. Type 9, the peacemaker. Finally, we have Type 9, the peacemaker. 9s are easygoing, accepting, and deeply desire harmony in their surroundings. They avoid conflict at all costs and tend to go with the flow to maintain peace. While this makes them great mediators, 9s can sometimes neglect their own desires and suppress their true feelings in order to avoid disruption. At their best, 9s are calm, supportive, and genuinely open-minded. At their worst, they can be complacent, stubborn, and disconnected from their own needs.